I want to pick up a few comments which have been made today. John Hasty says, instead of making continuous ridicule from you, instead of continuous ridicule from you, why not tell us who can put the UK right? A lot of your viewers make more sense than you and are more constructive than you. Well, there isn't anybody who can put it right at the moment. There's certainly nobody in the political realm who can put it right. I don't believe Farage has anything positive to offer. The leader of the opposition is useless, and the government itself at the moment is all over the place. So I don't think there's anybody obviously who can put it right. I I have some hope that maybe Ed Davey might, but I don't have a lot of hope because I think very worryingly about his role in the post office scandal. Uh, Somebody else has pointed out that I made a comment about getting involved in Russian bureaucracy in order to get paid. That's absolutely true. I was. It took a very long time, a matter of years, by the way, to establish a bank account in Russia so that money which was owed to me could be paid into that bank account and I would actually get it. In the event, the bank account I think was finally set up, but only by the time I had left Russia. And I don't think I was ever paid. Earlier on, I think I think I was always promised payment, but it never actually happened in any formal sense. So yeah, I think I spent about 10 years in Russia not being formally paid, and when and it took so long to establish that principle that I don't think I ever was formally paid. I think I might have been formally paid once, and it was a very small amount of money. Um, and in fact, it reminds me very much of yesterday or today. I had a conversation with a company called AVIVA that owes me money. It took money wrongly, and it owes me about 300 odd pounds. And I think over a month ago, I asked them for this money. I had to go through a huge process to get them to approve to pay, and and I've still not received anything. So I rang them back and I said, why haven't I received anything over a month? And they said, oh, normally it takes 21 days. That would have been explained to you. Well, that wasn't explained to me. It took 23 minutes to get to that point, by the way. And then the person who I was talking to asked me if I'd contacted my bank to find out where the payment was. And I said, well, you have to send me evidence of your attempted payment if that's the case. She says, oh, no, 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 no. You telephone your bank and you ask if there's any unallocated payments because we paid you over a week ago. I don't believe Aviva, would you? And Gillian Cockwill says the banks are finished and the finished in capital letters. I'm not sure you're necessarily right, but this obsession with bullying the customer is certainly trying the patience of the banking system. And Pierce student says you're talking about Russia, but we in the United States are following along lockstep with Putin and Russia. Free press is being stymied, interest rates are high, suppression of our culture, Hollywood, the arts, books, education. It's happening little by little at an accelerated pace. Well, I don't think it's happening as fast, but yes, there is oppression, and and the problem I think with oppression, which is evil, censorship is evil, is that it is infectious. When freedom can also be infectious, but repression is easier, is quicker, and people with power love repression. And I think you hear repression every day with this global economy. You hear repression every day on the phone when you contact your bank or you contact Aviva. It's a repressive process. It may be done through a passive-aggressive system, but it's about controlling information and about controlling the supplicant. We become a supplicant when we have to go through this rite of initiation, which is called a security check, where we have to give our name and the name of our mother and all these other ridiculous things. They have all this thing in front of them. It's not very secure to start with. And secondly, the tone with which it's generally done is a way that changes the nature of the conversation. So you ring up with an intention of getting information, and in the end you are begging. You are begging because they have established control through their security check. That security check is an extraordinary tool which is used as a lever to establish control. I'd love to know what you think about these things. Do leave comments in the comments below.